Hi everybody, welcome to week 2. You made it. You made it. You really, really made it. It didn't take a whole lot, but you made it, and that's all that matters. So I want to kind of clear up some kind of confusion about what online means versus remote. So I know there was a lot of confusion because of the way we were doing things, because of the early stages of the coronavirus, and there was just the confusion of what's online and what's remote, and when do I have to go to the classroom, or when do I have to meet, and when do I not. So this is an asynchronous online course, meaning that there is no actual specific time, and there won't be, for you to actually have to meet to hear a lecture and to meet with the rest of your classmates during a Zoom or whatever it is that you could use to actually meet with people. This is not that type of online course. This is an asynchronous online course, meaning that there will not be a time where we will be meeting. The difference between asynchronous and remote means that likely in your banner, you probably see that you actually have a time that you have to meet with your instructor and the rest of your class. So hopefully this kind of clears up some of that confusion. And if you were waiting for me to send a Zoom link and tell you what time we were going to meet, hopefully this kind of clears some of that up for you. All right, so moving forward, we want to make sure that we're not doing any of our videos for any portion of this class in our vehicle. We shouldn't be in a car with our seatbelts strapped across us or just in a car in general. We want to make sure that we also don't have any mask on our face while we're delivering a speech. And this could be the shortest speech in your discussions, or this could be grand, big speeches. It doesn't matter. We still want to make sure that we are our professional self, meaning that, yes, masks are part of our life now, but during an actual online speech, and this is a virtual class, we still want to make sure that we're not creating any extra barriers between you, me, and the camera. So make sure that you don't have your mask on your face, so I'm not actually having to make sense of what it is that you're saying. So don't create any extra barriers for yourself. Of course, if you do decide to wear your mask, you will, of course, start to lose some points when it comes to your various speeches. I was listening to a few of you all talk about some of the challenges that you are kind of fearful of when it comes to speaking online or delivering a virtual speech. The biggest thing was that, hey, where the heck am I going to do? Because there's not going to be an actual audience right there in front of me. And this is an obvious fear because we don't have the face-to-face component anymore right now for this class. I want to recommend something, and it is to use something as simple as just you writing down the word audience on several different pieces of paper, and you can kind of put these in front of you in your room. It can be on a poster board if you have it. It could just be simply on just a regular piece of paper, and kind of put those in various places wherever you're delivering your speech, so long as it's in front of you, right? So at this point now you can actually spend time engaging with your lovely audience, or looking at your audience and making sure that you're remembering that even though they're not physically in front of you, that you still have to keep them in mind throughout the duration of each one of your speeches. So we want to also make sure that since we don't have that online, we don't have that face-to-face component, that we do have to kind of come alive for our audience. We have to be a little bit more animated than we likely anticipated because this is an online speech. We have to come alive, meaning that we need to be using all of our facial muscles. We need to be using our vocal variety, meaning that we're taking our voice in places that maybe we didn't even know that it could go. So making sure that you are practicing, and I always encourage everybody to practice with your camera on. Practicing with your camera on will give you an idea for, what some improvements. So where do I need to stand up a little bit more straight? Can you hear me? Things of that nature. So moving on. In your week 2 module, you are finally introduced to your speech of introduction. The speech of introduction is a 2 to 3 minute speech, and this is the equivalent amount of time that it would take you to do 10 jumping jacks. So keep that in mind. It's not that long. You'll of course see all the breakdown for your speech of introduction and who you'll actually be introducing, but I want to give you one lovely hint. It is not about you. This introduction speech is all about the person or the event that you are introducing and not about you. So keep that in mind as you start to develop your speech of introduction. If you have questions, make sure that you are popping into those office hours on Tuesday and Thursday between the hours of 12 noon and 4 p.m. You've got everything that you need right there through your modules. So good luck. If you have questions, I'm only an email away. Good luck.